No matter what happens, when we obey God, we walk in the truth. Listening and obeying the right authority makes all the difference in the world, in your soul, and with God. And church, in our walk with God, obedience to his voice is far more valuable. Okay, you say, I don't hear a voice. What's the voice? Well, y'all know. It's the Bible. It's the hundreds of men that he used to write his word from Genesis to Revelation. What a lot of us know as BIBLE, basic instructions before leaving earth, which becomes BIBLE after disciple, bold, indignant believers leading evangelists. The struggle isn't new, okay? The apostle lived in a world where obedience to God's word often came at a very high price. There was persecution. They were in prison, and they even were dead. They killed them. In Acts 5, it records a time when the early church was exploding with growth. Miracles were happening, the sick were being healed, and the gospel was being preached boldly. I mean boldly, no stopping those guys. But the religious leaders of the time, these men we call Sanhedrin in the Bible, were furious. It was because the apostles were preaching Jesus Christ, whom they crucified. They arrested Peter and John. They threatened them and threw them into prison. I love this part. In prison, what do you think they do? They preach the word. There are some people that got to meet Jesus in prison. And then, as they're doing that, bada bing, bada boom, God sends an angel and he opens the prison doors and they bail out. After that, I would have probably gone to town and had milk and honey and rested for a couple of days. But guess what? They went back to preaching in the temple. Immediately, back to the temple to preach. And again, they were arrested and they were brought before the Sanhedrin council. And the high priest said to them, we gave you strict orders not to teach in this name. Yet here you fill Jerusalem again with your teaching. And I love what Peter and the apostles had to say. Their response was, I can picture Matthew. Oh my God, Lord. Anyway, he goes, we must obey God rather than man. What a powerful statement. What a powerful, bold comment to let people know where they stand with Christ and God. Peter and the apostles' response, it's a declaration of allegiance. It's not to man's authority. They are literally declaring that man may be important, but God is the bomb. He's the best. Peter does not debate or compromise. We don't hear him saying, well, we'll try to obey God while we're keeping you happy. No way. He comes out, draws a line in the sand and said, no, I obey God. Plus, it helps that Matthew 10:28, Jesus told them just a little bit before that, do not be afraid of those who kill the body and cannot kill the soul. I don't know about you guys, but that emboldens me just reading that. I don't have to worry about the Sanhedrins. They don't have my soul. God has my soul.